Hello, this is Mark, and welcome to Const is Key, a channel dedicated to exploring coding concepts and delivering quality coding tutorials. If that interests you, let's get started. The first language that we will explore will be VBA, also known as Visual Basic for Applications. Common uses of coding with VBA include for PowerPoint presentations, Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Excel. So let's open up Excel and dive in. So first, let's open up a new Microsoft Excel worksheet. We'll name this Demo, and then we will open it by clicking on it. And now we want to see, do we have the developer icon in the menu here? As you can see, there is no developer icon. So click on File, then click on Options, and click on Customize Ribbon, and then look on the right for those checkboxes and look for Developer. Check it and click OK. So you should see to the right of View, Developer, in between View and Help. So to start, go to the left, click on Visual Basic, okay, to open it up. If you see a blank gray screen, that means you need to insert a module. So click on Insert and click on Module, okay? And now we can write the name of our first mini program. So these mini programs are called subroutines, and you can call sometimes shortened to sub. So sub means subroutine, and that just means a bunch of lines of code that will go from start to finish and then stop. So the start of your code is sub, then let's call our code demo, D-E-M-O, and put left and right parentheses. If you press enter, VBA will automatically give you the end of your code. So you have a start and end. So when you run the code, it'll start and then it'll go through all the lines of code and stop at end. So our first program, to test it out and make sure it works, will output some a short message like hello everyone to 3 places. Okay, first will be message box. So let's write what we will do in a comment. Use an apostrophe and type message box output. Okay, so whenever you want to write a comment and explain what you're doing, you use an apostrophe. Oh, also to be noted, make sure you put option explicit at the beginning of your code, and that way VBA will catch any mistakes you make and help you to code better. So to get a message box, you type MSGBOX and then use 1 quotation mark and say, type your message. How about hello everyone? Okay, and then another quotation mark. Now, if I didn't put the second quotation mark, I press enter, you see that VBA adds it there for me, because if there's no quotation mark, it's incomplete and it will keep on running. So VBA doesn't want to crash because your program is running forever. So, okay, now to test this out on your keyboard, you can do one of 2 things. You can press F8, the F8 key, okay, and this will go step by step through the code, or you can use F5, which will run through code without stopping. Okay, and then I'll explain one more thing after that. So let's start with F8. So if your cursor is inside the code, you press F8. You see an arrow and it's highlighted in yellow which line you're on. So we're on the first line. We're starting. We go to message box. I press F8 again, and I get the message, hello everyone. Click OK. We're at the end. Press F8 again. It finishes. Now, when I pressed F8, I pressed F8 3 times. If I press F5, it'll just quickly run through everything. F5, okay, and done. I don't even see the yellow line. Now, what if there's a problem? What if I want to make sure that I want to stop the code somewhere? Well, you can click to the left of your line, and you'll get a dot here. So click on the left, and you'll get a red dot. That's called a break, or a breaking point. It's a stop where the code will stop, and then it will allow you to tell it to continue or to stop. So breaking code. So here, if I press F5, it stops right there. And if I want, I can click the reset or stop button. Let's press F5 again, or I can press F5 to finish. Okay, so when I press F5, it's on the line, but it's not doing the action. It's not executing. Once you press F8, it does the action. Press F8 again, it does the action, it finishes the code. Okay, so that's the message box. Okay, and let's remove the break, the red break there. And now let's do the next one. The next one is called debug.print. So when you have problems, you do something. You do something called debugging, so that which means to find the problems, find the bugs. So when you use debug.print, it will put some whatever message down here. So if I type debug.print, okay, and then the message, I'll put 2 quotation marks, hello everyone, okay, and let's use. If I don't want to run this code, I can put a apostrophe and it won't run. So, okay, so if I want, I can press F5 and then press F8 to run it. And it outputs the message there. Press F8 again to finish. Okay, so the program is working. We're going to do one more. So we did message box. We did debug to the immediate window, which you can access through here. View immediate window. You can also yeah, if you click it, it's gone. So I press the X. Oh no, no immediate window. I can go again to view and click on immediate window. It's there. And I can resize it. Okay. All right. And one last one. We're going to print a message to this sheet. So down here we have a sheet name. The sheet name is sheet 1. Okay. So, and also we see that it's the name is sheet 1 and the code name is sheet 1. So we're going to put a code here in this cell, which is column A1. This cell, it's a place. Also, we can call it. It can also be called a range. All right. And so what we're going to do. Oh, can't see the code, so I can access the code this way, right? I can click on it there, or I can click on Visual Basic here to get it. So, okay. So we're going to now put the message to the sheet. So we'll type sheet1 dot range, and then we said we wanted to put the message in A1. So let's put in those quotation marks. 2 is important. If you only put 1, you'll have an error. So we'll test that out in a moment. Okay, and then you put dot value. So that's the information that goes in that range, equals hello everyone. Okay, now I'm going to show that we can get an error. So I'm going to delete 1 quotation mark. So we'll see if that works. And see, VBA, because we have option explicit, I think it catches that. So, okay, let's run it through. Let's quote this out. And let's go. So let's run, let's do F8. Okay, we go to the line, and now we do the action, or we execute it. Press F8, and I put the message there. Press F8 one more time, or to continue the program, or press stop if you want. Okay, all right. Now we need to do one last important step. We need to save this file as a macro-enabled file, where it means code is activated or enabled. Click File, click Save As, and then pick your folder. And here save as type, you want to choose Excel macro enabled workbook. Then click save. So now code is enabled. So let's review what we have learned. Okay, we've learned that you can name your code with the word sub, and that all code starts with a sub, the name of the code, parentheses, and then and sub. Okay, we also learned that you can write comments that don't get run in code. They're just text to explain the code. And so we learned that there are 3 ways to output something. One is the message box, where you can write message box, MSG box, quotation marks, hi, quotation marks. You can also use debugging and write to the immediate window. So you can use F5 to run everything, or F8 to go step by step. And you can also put in some breaks in the code. So if you press F8, it will stop. And all of this gets written to the immediate window, which you can find in the view option in your code editor. Okay, example, debug.print, hello. You can also write to the worksheet itself, where you put the name of, or the code name of the sheet, dot range, the cell, which is A1, row 1, column A, dot value equals the message in quotation marks. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. We have a lot more good content coming, and we'll see you in the next video.